What's up, everybody? Where y'all been? Where have y'all been, man? We are back. The D&D experience is back. I need y'all to give us a moment and make some noise. Yeah, make some noise, everybody. Make some noise. What's up, man? It's
How
your
you
man.
doing? Oh, sorry, my bad.
You are
I
good.
thought you said what's up, man, to me.
Listen, you should be in a rush to talk. They had us silence and froze in for a week.
Felt like two. Felt like two.
Yeah, felt like three, man.
Felt like four. Now just
So, brother, how you doing, man?
I'm alive. I am warm. I'm here though, man. I'm excited to be back. I definitely missed doing this, miss interacting with the people. Just miss everybody, man. So this is it's good to be back. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I definitely miss being on this platform. Um this platform has been very cool. To the audience out there, I know the last episode we had a guest on there and we talked about getting gifts for Valentine's Day. And I just want to mention your boy got some silky do-rags, you know what I'm saying, for Valentine's Day. So shout out to the last episode for helping me get these silky do-rags. Okay. I want to definitely shout out uh Denise Danielle and
You said her name backwards.
yeah, Denise LA for helping us out and making sure brothers get some gifts for Valentine's Day, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna say thank you to Danielle Denise LA as well because my lady showed out, man. I had her listen to the episode. I said, hey, you should just listen to this episode, just see if you like it, right?
Yeah.
And she definitely showed up and showed out. Got me this little shirt. First of all, says ask me about my
Hey.
podcast. She got me
Yeah.
some other shirts. Um, and she got me the two games that I was campaigning
Mm.
for. So
Yeah.
actually, funny story, bro. So she got me both games. So she got me NBA 2K 21 and she got me Madden 21.
Okay.
So um, she ended up getting 2K. So my favorite basketball player is Damian Lillard, right? So he's the cover athlete for this year's game. So because Kobe passed away, they have like this Legends edition. So they had him on the Legends edition. So she had the Dame Lillard copy. And the person at GameStop was like, you know what you should do? We got another version of this game. It's the Kobe edition. And she was like, okay, well, Kobe passed away. I think he'd appreciate this. So she got them, and then she got me the Madden game too. Madden game was brand new. She got it from Target or whatever, and I take them to go play them, and they're not compatible with my Xbox. Right?
Oh.
Yeah. So on the game, it said that it was like a Series X, and I guess I have one of the older generations of the Xbox. So I mean, but like I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I
Yeah.
was like, babe, don't even like that was an honest mistake. Like I didn't even know that was an issue.
Yeah.
So I asked her, I said, hey, do you still have the receipts for these? She said, well, she said, I don't because I know you play these like year round. Like I didn't ever think about returning these or whatever. And I said, okay. So essentially what we had to do, we had to sell the game back to GameStop and rebuy it.
Oh, did you get a fair
No,
fair
no,
no?
no. She bought the game for about 30. I think it was about 30. She had to sell it back to him. It's about a week apart. So we had a little storm in the middle. All right. It's Valentine's Day, the storm, and then we kind of went up there. So um she had to give it back. The trade-in value was $13.
Mm.
And then she had to buy it again and pay the difference. Like so, I was kind of salty about that because first of all, I don't really care for GameStop anyway. But I was just kind of salty about that. I'm like, y'all ain't, but I'm sure so many people come in there stealing games and trying to hustle that they kind of have these
Yeah.
policies in place. But we ain't all thieves. You know what I'm saying? For some of us, we just make an honest mistake. And your person like did the upsell, but
Yeah.
didn't understand the question because my lady asked, she said, well, will this work with his game? She's like, yeah. It'll work. It'll work. Just get the game. Just sign
How
up for our power play.
how you end up selling them a Xbox X series, you said?
Series X, yes.
Series X
Mhm.
video game and get $13 for it. How does that work?
You know what it is though? It's those games because the only games that really hold their value are like Nintendo games, like Mario, Pokemon. They hold their value. Those games that are like kind of cyclical, where they come out every year and then, it's new features and new rosters. Those things have terrible value. They depreciate. They look worse than a car. As soon as you buy, as soon as the season's over, the things are essentially worthless, right? So yeah, man, I was a little salty about that. So once everything warmed up, I was, the reason I was able to stay warm during this winter storm is because of the fire that was inside. The anger at GameStop. That was mine. Um
That's funny,
had that going on. But yeah, man, big shout out to Miss Danielle Denise LA for mentioning that on the show, and shout out
man.
to our ladies for listening and going above and beyond for what we asked for. So we'll have her back on around Christmas time.
Yeah. And yeah, we shooting big for Christmas, man. Shooting high and shooting big.
But
That's funny, man.
yeah, man, I'm ready to
Let's talk about this storm
okay.
that we both went through, man. So
Well, give
this
some
storm,
context
yeah.
to the people that may not even be in Texas or maybe hearing this at a later date.
Okay, so what happened is we in Texas experienced a winter vortex. Now, this doesn't usually happen in Texas. Texas is known for its sunshine and its spontaneous rain. It is what it is. So we got a winter vortex and we got snow. I mean, some say it was up to like 6 feet. That's how much snow that was kind of falling down. Um, but the power went out, man, and water was out, and it was just pandemonium. Grocery stores was closing early,
Great work.
um, and food was scarce. Resources was little, so it got kind of scary. So for me, my power was out for 5 days, man, and it was funny because like the day the storm happened, the next day, like me and my roommates, we was all outside kicking it, had the football, having fun, and the power was kind of going in and out. But about 2 o'clock, it never came back on, and it was like, okay, we got to start figuring some stuff out. So like we went over to my friend's house, and we was over there for like majority of the day, and then we had to take my other boy back to. He stayed in my apartments. We had to take him back to the apartments, and when I tell you, it was interesting because on one side of the city they had electricity, but once you cross over the railroad tracks to where I stayed, I mean, power was out. I'm talking about no traffic lights, no street lights. It was pitch black. Looked like a scene out of I Am Legend. And when I tell you, my anxiety was so high, you could smell it in the air.
Oh my goodness.
Like
This joke again.
I was scared, because I was like, dude, like I've never seen this before in my years, what I'm saying, my many years on this earth. I just never seen that type of condition like that, man. So um, I walk into my apartment, it's cold and it's dark, and I'm like, I just need to get what I gotta get and get out of here. And I was just kind of mad at. I didn't know who to be mad at. I was like, should
Yeah.
I be mad at the government? Should I be mad at Ted Cruz? Where is he at? Has anybody seen Ted Cruz? So it just my emotions were so mixed, man. And I wasn't sure if my place of employment was going to continue functioning. I'm like, dude, I don't have a place of security right now. Like
Yeah.
I can't stay in my place. I was on a couch at my friend's place, so it was rough. It was rough for me. Um, and that's kind of my summary, man. What about you?
Yeah, man. For me, okay, so I first found out about a potential storm from my barber because I was scheduled to get my hair cut. I believe the Friday, because so the storm hit uh like around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So I was gonna get my hair cut the Friday before, and my barber lives about an hour away from the shop or whatever. So he texts me like Wednesday, Thursday night, like, "Hey, I'm not coming in. The weather's gonna be pretty bad." I said, "Okay," and I was gonna make a dinner for my lady on Valentine's Day. So
Right.
I go to the grocery store, and I'm like, "Huh." I saw so many people in the store. I was like, "Man, everybody got a lot more girlfriends and boyfriends this year."
That's funny. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So my lady's there and she's like, "Nah, this don't feel right." I said, what you mean? She said, people usually act like this when there's about to be some weather or they're like scared. They're fearful shopping. And she said, people that come in here, if they're not scared, they're going to see this person panic and they start panicking. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to the meats, bro, and all of the meat is gone. Right.
Yeah.
What? Well, okay. I'm not going to say all the meat, all the good meat. Right. So what irritated me is that all the good meat was gone, but they left the nasty meat for me and my family. Right.
Give me an example. What's some nasty meat that was left
I
behind?
mean, it felt like they was like making up stuff. Like it was like pork love handles. Like, love handles.
Uh, I see. Look, I went to the grocery store and I saw a pig's head left in the freezer. It ain't that serious.
I ain't that hungry.
Ain't that hungry. So yeah, but continue, man.
Like pork toenails, and I was like, ugh, I don't want none of this. But that was the first sign. I was definitely hurt when it happened because I think for me, what bothers me, because I saw a similar thing when the pandemic started, but I think what bothers me is like people kind of get so selfish
Yes.
that they overdo it. And I think for me, it's bothersome because I feel like if you just get enough for like you and your family,
Yes.
like we'll all help each other out. And that's one thing I kind of learned during this whole winter storm is like, if nobody has nothing, that community gonna come together and like figure things out. But I
Mm-hmm.
think what was kind of frustrating with this particular one is that people kind of went out and overshopped
Yeah.
and everybody lost power. So all that food more than likely went bad,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it was interesting because then the stores, once they kind of started getting stocked back up and adjusted their hours or whatever, they had to start implementing limits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was enough for most people, right? Because one thing I learned in all this is that we don't need as much as we think we do, and we take so
Yeah.
much for granted, right? But we don't need as much as we think we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. It was cool to see everybody kind of help each other out. Like people like, yo, do you need anything? Like, I know it's dangerous on these roads, but we're gonna try to figure this thing out. Like, just people kind of checking in on you. Like I don't think I've talked to you that much since we was in college. Like I was talking to you like every day. Like, yo, are you good? Are you alive? And
Yeah.
let's take this time to explain to the audience our first encounter of in the storm. I don't know if you want to go first.
Yeah. Yeah. So just to kind of continue what I was saying, once I found out that the power was not coming back on, I went to my friend's house. My friend had power. So, um, so we make some food because, like you said, we're all coming together. We're bringing resources under
Nah, that ain't what I'm talking about.
and we decide to just, play a little Uno, eat a little food, and
What was y'all drinking?
sip a little wine. Now listen. It it was all that was available. We wasn't it was we was responsible. Everybody was old enough, and we was just fellowshipping with a little glass of wine and some cod fish. That's what we
Good meat.
what,
Sound
what
like good meat to me.
hit a limit, and rice and jasmine rice. Rice is good when it got a female name. You had some jasmine rice. Like, ooh, cook that chicken. I can't wait for the results of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was funny because as I'm fellowshipping with my community, Darius calls me. I'm gonna let you take it
No,
from
you
there.
called me.
Oh, I
You
called
called
you.
me. Yeah, it was a Monday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You
my man,
called
my man.
me. tell the story. Tell the story horribly. No, but let me tell it from my point of view.
Okay.
Where I'm at, power's been out like all day, right? No internet. Battery is barely making it. Got like, I don't know, 9% left. Right.
This on the phone, right?
This is on the phone, right?
Yeah.
So it's freezing in the house. I was with my lady and her people, whatever. And Deontay calls me because, as you guys know who watch the show, we post clips Monday, Monday through Friday on social. and we released the clips, the full episodes later in the week. So it's Monday, and I cut a clip to be posted that Monday, but I had no internet, so it wasn't downloading. Like I couldn't do nothing, right? So I was trying all day, and I said, you know what, it is what it is. I think people will understand. Then I also realized so many people went without power that I was like, nobody's gonna watch this anyway. Like people got real world stuff they're dealing with, right? So I get a call from Deontay. It's about what, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah. It was.
and Deontay calls, not sure what's going on. He knows somebody dropped the ball, but and from this point in the story, it's me. He don't think about nothing about Urquhart. He don't think about Ted Cruz. None of that's on his mind yet. All he knows is Darius dropped the ball today, right? So he calls me. He goes, "Hey man, it's Monday. Uh, you know, uh, I'm just over here chilling, just drinking some wine. Fried fish, eat some jasmine rice. It's good because it got a first name. And what's going on with you, man? You good? You sick? What's up?"
This is not true. This is not true. Right?
He said, I'm drinking the finest wine right now. He goes, man, bro, you know, I went to the store today and something just told me to buy up all the good meat. So we have all the good meat at the house right now.
This is not true, bro. This is not
And
how
I
it went
told him, I
down.
said, hey man, I don't have power right now. Like, you ain't got power. Oh, you don't have power. Okay. I didn't know, man. I just, checking in on the clip. So then he calls me, like I guess an hour later or so after, because once you left to take your homeboy home, whatever, and you saw how real things were once you stepped outside that mansion you were in.
Uh,
but now, man, we were without power from Valentine's Day to about that. Valentine's Day was on a Sunday, so from that Sunday to about that Thursday or Friday,
mm.
and without water too. So that got kind of brutal. My people and them, they stayed at a hotel, but you know what was crazy, bro? So many of these hotels lost power too,
Oh,
lost power and water. So a lot of people were.
I just want to say, like I said, once you crossed over the train tracks on my side of town, even the hotels was pitch black. Waterburger was pitch black. Waterburger stay open through anything. You couldn't get you a sandwich if your life depended on it. So, um, it was real.
Yeah, man, and there was reports of hotels kind of price gouging. They said at one point you couldn't find a hotel in the Austin area for about 50 miles. Like that's how far out it went. And so many people were just kind of scrambling, and people's cars was out there moonwalking, and just all this crazy stuff, man. So,
Hmm.
and so many people lost their lives during that storm, man. All
Yeah,
them, all them
yeah,
sad stories coming out about people dying of carbon monoxide poisoning, and
yeah,
people with fireplaces, people dying of hypothermia, and people on like life support machines, and the machine
yeah.
lose power. So all that stuff was terrible. Um, but my question for you, now that we've kind of on the other side of it, um, what were some of your biggest takeaways during that winter storm?
Um, well, definitely. You don't need a lot. So I know you kind of mentioned that earlier, but I ended up going to the grocery store again, like on Wednesday,
Mhm.
and I was with my friend, and I was just so determined to get exactly what I needed and get out of there because it was a line to get into the grocery store. So I was just telling my friend, I'm like, yo, we don't need this is gonna be over by the weekend, and just
Yeah,
understanding that
yeah.
that was the circumstances. It's gonna be like 80 degrees, 70 degrees
Hmm.
this weekend. We just need some food for today. I know it's cold, but I just didn't want to be just like wasting time and being like, grabbing everything when there's a whole line of people outside trying to get into this store before they close at 5 p.m. And
Yeah.
that was another thing. Like stores was closing early, so if you didn't get there, they was turning you around with police outside the grocery stores. Like,
Hmm.
nah, turn around, we close. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely that. Like, you don't need a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely thinking about people who, like you said, who was more vulnerable in these situations.
Yeah.
So like moms who have newborn babies,
Hmm.
um, older people. So I was just like, I'm telling you, as I know Monday I was very on my high horse, but as the week progressed and stuff got real, I got to taste the reality, man. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, this is really happening. So definitely, definitely like, and I and I think to somewhat to a degree kind of be ready. I
Yeah.
don't know if this is just global warming, but
Yeah.
can we expect earthquakes next? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I'm just like, I think you gotta somewhat get like get a little bit skilled in something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, that was my takeaways.
Yeah, I think I would echo kind of what you're saying. I think first and foremost, just having kind of gratitude on a daily basis and just realize like it
Yeah.
don't take long for us to get back to that stone age period. Like
No.
no internet, no water, no lights, no roads, you can't drive. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it just made you realize like, oh man, we are a little too dependent on just the luxuries of life. So
Yeah.
definitely got humbled during that
Yeah.
winter storm. The second part is being prepared, man. I was joking with, well, joking, not joking, with my lady, but I told her, I said, hey, listen, we about to start having planned disaster dates. Like, we gonna be like, all right, baby, I got one battery, a half a bottle of water, and some rope. Let's get home. Like,
Ah, that's funny. Hey, to the audience out there, y'all better take notes, man. Some
I,
disaster dates. Stop going to these fancy dinners. Let's have a disaster date. Listen, I got a graham cracker and a marshmallow. I need to make s'mores. What are we doing? What do we need? Come on, I got some ramen noodles, some water. I need these cooked by tonight. What we need, you know what I'm saying?
you
Disaster
know,
dates.
I gotta get the disaster dates in because I went and got a gas can. I didn't have a gas. I mean, and I know these things, but you just don't expect to. You don't expect if an emergency happens that you won't be able to get these things. So I think we also kind of get a little um arrogant with like the luxury of time. Like
Yeah,
we always feel like we have more time than we actually do. And the storm just kind of showed me that like, hey, take every day for what it is, but
yeah.
also prepare. And I was talking once again, I always talk about my barber on the show, but when I got my haircut this weekend, his house, he was ready. He's been ready, right? Like I said, he lives in the country. He chops wood. He doesn't use he uses wood to keep his house warm anyway, right?
Mm.
And they like fired up the grill. He had some Corona in the in the snow, and they had
It wasn't COVID. It was Corona, right?
but yeah, it was the drink. It
It
was
was the drink. Good, good.
but but man, he was showing me pictures. I was like, next time this happens, I'm coming to your house because you definitely are definitely prepared for this. And he
Yeah.
was like, well, yeah, he said, um, he was telling me about like he said there's these survival packs, like backpacks that you can buy at like a sports store, so like the Academy or Cabela's. He said they're about 100, 120, depending on I guess how much you want to survive. And he said that
That's funny.
he said that they have food in there that can last you for like it can feed a family of four for up to a week. And he was just saying, he said like, yo, I would actually recommend like just trying that stuff out just in case if you ever need it, you're prepared. So
Yeah.
I think that was some of my big takeaways is just gratitude and preparation
Yeah.
um as well. So but we made it, man, and I definitely um I just appreciate everything a little bit more now. And I don't
Yeah.
want this feeling to like I don't want things to be so well for so long that we forget about this time.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely trying to make sure I'm a little bit more mindful and appreciative. Um moving forward. But yeah, man, that's how that storm was for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I wanna I wanna take a step away from the dark age that we went through last week, and go to something a little bit more lighter, a little bit more funner. So the Olympics, Mr. HD, the Olympics. It's happening this year. All
Okay.
right. They postponed it this year because it was supposed to happen last year, the Summer Olympics of 2020, but they moved it because of the pandemic.
Mhm.
So it should be happening this year. We'll see how everything goes. But one of the new I don't know, competitions. One of the new competitions in the Olympics this year is breakdancing. All
Okay.
right. It's breakdancing. So, I'm just stroking my chin, man. Who's the competition out here? Is it China? Right? Is it Brazil? Because Brazil got that jujitsu, and I know they
I,
be
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You talking about that dance that they be
the
doing?
dance that they be doing.
Dance
Yeah.
fighting thing.
Yeah. I think they may be some competition to America. You know what I'm saying?
Capoeira, I think is what it's called. I think I could
Yes.
be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm kind of curious about that. Who do we need to worry about? And who's gonna start for the American team, man, for breakdancing, man? Who you got?
Oh, okay. How many people can we send to represent America?
Woo! Who's your top five, man? Who's your top? Or maybe
Let's do
top
this
two.
together. Let's do this
Let's
together,
let's do
because
this together.
I
All
don't.
right, all
All
right,
right,
man.
you go number
Okay,
one. You pick. You get the number one pick.
all right. For the United States of America breakdancing competition, America chooses Chris Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Brown. He's gonna run it. He's gonna run us up to the gold medal, man. That's who I think I got, man. For first and foremost, man. Can you imagine how crazy the United States is gonna be that Chris Brown is representing America for breakdancing competition? All right, we got this in the back. That's gonna echo to these other countries out here. It's gonna make them scared,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Ghana's gonna
Uh,
be scared of us. Okay,
okay.
be
So I think
scared.
with the number two pick,
Yeah.
America selects. She's probably old now, but I'm gonna still describe her the way I remember her. The white girl from the Missy Elliott videos.
Mm.
I, the one is for cheaper by the dozen, and the one that voiced on videos at first, she's one of the characters there. I think her name's like
Yes.
Allison Stone. I think her name is. I'll
Yes.
send her. I'll send her.
Okay. Okay. All right. Since you're going in that direction, I'm going with I'm going kind of old school.
Okay.
All right, and I may need help with trying to remember this person, but you remember the movie with the dude, the black dude, and the and the white and the Caucasian young lady, and he was teaching. She moved to the
Oh,
hood.
wait,
She
wait, wait.
moved.
You talking about Say the Last Dance?
Save the Last Dance. Give me the girl from Save the Last Dance. Give me her. It's going down. We got Chris Brown. We got them two. It's going down.
All right, number four. I am going to select. I'm gonna select to give Chris Brown some company and somebody he's familiar with. America selects Columbus Short.
Oh. Hey, hey, that's a good selection. All right. Well, he did that move.
Yeah, with the elbow.
With the elbow.
China's not ready.
China's not ready for
China's
that,
not
man.
ready.
Not ready for that one.
You got the final pick. Who's on the Team USA for breakdancing?
Okay. Um. Well, I know this is gonna be kind of left field, and I don't care. I'm going with Cisco. Okay. Let me tell you why. Cisco is still relevant. That thong song is still hot, and he was the first person to be out here moonwalking on women at the beach. Okay, so I think he has the dance moves to help us overcome any country out here. So I'm going with Cisco for my number 5 pick. All right.
Okay, I feel very comfortable as an American with those five representing my freedom on
Yes.
on the cardboard. So
Yes.
I think we are in good hands and legs with that group. And hips and backs.
Dude. I love it, bro. But it's gonna be a regular Joe trying to try out. He gonna come in with that cardboard box. You know what I'm saying? Some old school cat. You know what I'm saying? He used to do this back in my day. He gonna have elbow pads and stuff. He gonna he gonna have a helmet. I'm about to spin on my head. They gonna be like, but it's gonna be that one judge that's like Simon Cowell. Sir, that was completely horrible and terrible. Please, breakdancing is not for you, man. That was terrible. It's gonna be somebody on the judging table that's gonna break them down. But it's gonna be Randy. Yo, dog, keep going, man. I remember when you was doing your thing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna have Paul Abdul. Listen, I love what you're doing, but I don't think this is it for you. I don't think this is it. I think you should try something different. All right? Go to YouTube, learn some dances, but we need greatness to represent America. I'm so sorry. That's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. If they say no, that's a no for me. So yeah. That's what's gonna happen.
I feel like you have watched so much American Idol. The way you just embodied all three of those characters was hilarious to watch.
That's what I see. They gotta have somebody on the bench, and I
Yeah.
just think that can be
Who's the bench? Who's the bench?
who's on the bench.
Who's the sixth man on this or sixth woman?
Man, you could go a lot. You could go a lot of different directions.
But the gold medal depends on it.
Okay, the gold medal depends on it.
Mm.
Give me Omarion, man. The way he was dancing in that rain, and you got served. Give me Omarion, man. He gonna help us. He gonna help us.
I was thinking of Marion too. I was watching that supposed to be video. Don't ask me why. I was watching. I think Chris Brown and him and some girls in it, and he was just kind of dancing by the car. And I was like, okay, I trust my the goldness with him.
Yeah. We set, man. We set. And listen, in the audience, if y'all have another pick that we missed out on, put them in the comments, man. Let us know, man. Who's your top 5, man?
That's funny.
Yo, so I recently went and got some authentic Mexican food. When I tell you this restaurant was super good, bro. Like, look, so we was trying to go to Chewy's, right? But Chewy's on a Friday night, they always got a line. It's gonna be a 30 to 45 minute wait. Y'all close in 10 minutes. Why is it still a long wait? They had to wait at Taco Cabana, so we gotta wait. You see this line? I'm like, why is Tex-Mex popping right now on a Friday night? So we found this I ain't gonna say no hole in the wall, but it kind of was. It was like in a cut, man, and they stayed open kind of late. Like, we showed up close to 10 o'clock and they was open. I mean, hot food, full service. Food was really good, man. But I found some hair in my food, man. That's how authentic it was. Like, and look, I'm gonna keep it real with the audience, man. I ate around that hair, man. I ate everything, all the rice. It was jasmine rice. I said, I love rice with the first name. I ate everything around that hair. I didn't care. The food was good. I was like, I'm not about to mess up this atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to throw off this frequency in this wonderful restaurant by complaining about some hair. Right? Could have been any type of hair. Could have been nose hair. Ew. I didn't care. I ate around it.
That's gross, bro. Your food was so authentic. It had real Mexican hair in it. Yeah, I'm okay.
It was bomb, man. It was bomb. That's all I'm saying.
How long was the hair?
It was little. It was noticeable. It wasn't like no crazy like long hair. It was little.
The smaller the hair, the worse. I feel like that could be anything.
I didn't eat the hair. I didn't find no more hair.
Yeah, because you ate around it. You ate the rest of the scalp.
But, bro, the food was so good. I'm like, what do you do in that situation if the food is that good? Like, come on, man.
But this is my question for you. Would you rather find hair before you eat, or would you rather eat it and then find it toward the end? If you're not going to complain about it anyway.
Probably toward the end. I ain't gonna lie. I want to eat the food and be like, woo, I dodged that. You see, I'll be done. You know what? I'm done. I don't know what his hair could have been mine,
You think so? It was blonde.
I don't know. I'm like, hey, I'm done. But I think if I find the hair as soon as the plate sits down, I'm like, damn. That may mess up my meal. That may mess up my meal. But
I
I mean,
don't.
they won me over, bro. As soon as I sat down, the chips was hot. The salsa and the jalapeno salsa was good.
The
You know,
hair was hot. This is fresh. This is fresh hair. This is straight out the net.
hey, I'm just saying, man. Hey, I wasn't complaining. You know what
That's
I'm
terrible,
saying?
bro. I think for me, I remember I was telling you this story earlier, but I remember one time we went to this restaurant. I'm not gonna name the restaurant, but we went to this restaurant and we had hair in our food, right? And we called the manager over and we said, "Hey, um, there's hair in our food." And the
I'm sorry.
manager-
I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
we tell the
Man.
manager there's hair in our food, and the manager goes, "Well, everybody in the kitchen is bald." What?
I'm sorry. That's funny though. Oh my goodness.
What would you do if somebody told you that?
Everybody in the kitchen is bald, bro.
Yes.
First of all, she had that come back in her pocket. That's what it's. Oh, really, huh? Everybody got bald. Everybody's bald back there. Now, what's your next excuse?
Say, well, we didn't put his hair. This ain't ours. You know what I'm saying? But
Everybody's bald in the back. Ain't nobody got no low Caesars back there. Everybody's bald. Bring out everybody.
Look, give me a lineup.
You know, like off the Seat of Life when the baby.
I'm that baby's Pappy.
Put the plate next to it. He ain't got no hair. Give me back my plate. I don't want to see none of y'all again.
Oh, that's funny as heck, bro.
That is funny, bro.
That's funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think for me, hair just grosses me out so much. Like, there was a comedian that I saw on Def Jam years ago, and he talked he talked about how whenever he sees hair, like he was talking about taking a shower at a woman's house, and he said whenever he sees hair in the shower, he assumes it's like butt hair. So he said it could be super long hair, which means it obviously can't be your head, but he would just think like, yo, that's a really long butt hair. But that's how I feel when I see kind of, I mean, that's an exaggeration, but just kind of when I see hair,
Hey,
it's just uncomfortable. You're like, and I think with the question I posed to you, um, I don't know if I would rather, if I saw it before, I wouldn't trust the rest of the meal, right? But if I saw it at the end, I wouldn't know how much hair did I already eat.
so now you can't tell when you eat hair. That's what you're telling me.
I'm saying, if you saying it was small,
Hair, hair, hair in your eyes irritate you. Hair in your throat irritate you.
on your face.
On your face irritate you. Hair coming out your nose irritate. God damn, I got hair coming out. I can find some hair. So I'll be like, I didn't eat no hair. I know I didn't eat no hair.
I don't know, bro. Sometimes I eat my own hair. I mean, like if I get a haircut or something, and like I shave my beard or whatever, sometimes like piece of it, you know, I mean, I don't know. This is kind of too much, but
Stay out the kitchen. All right, how about that?
Look, you better tell whoever cooked your food to stay at the kitchen, because they sound like they're a repeat offender.
Listen, he dropped them crispy tacos like that. I'll be back for that plate and that hair. I'll be like, where's my hair at? I'm missing my hair. That's what made it good last time.
I love rice with a first name and hair in my right. That's hilarious, bro.
I ain't playing, bro. I ain't playing. That food was good.
That's funny.
Good,
That's funny. But yeah, I don't know. That's just, but it does remind me of a story that I saw this week and I sent it to you. But this kid was middle school kid. He was very insecure about his haircut. So as opposed, and so he was wearing a big hat, big old headband, big old hat. So as opposed to the principal disciplining the kid, what the principal did was he pulled out some clippers and fixed his haircut to the best of his abilities, right? When you hear that story, what are some of your initial thoughts?
This principal had clippers in his office.
I don't know if he bought them. I don't
He was,
know.
he was all like, "Oh, sit down, man. Get you right." I bet. I bet you once he finished them up, he's like, "I can't get no tip." Come on, man. Come on. I see. I look. You looking fresh. You can't get a tip. You
What
know,
if,
mix
what if,
chocolate milk or something.
what if, what if the principal was doing barbershop stuff in the principal's office? Like people
Doing-
walking in, hey, I got two ahead of you. I got two.
After hours and stuff. He's supposed to. He got an off. The principal got an off period. He out here cutting hair. You know, I'll get you right, man. Come through. Come through.
I know you got some lunch money on your books, baby boy. This is my side hustle.
That was side hustle, man. Like the kid, the kid in the chair. The principal leaving him in the chair to go eat something. He's like, my mama outside, man. Come on. Can
I
you
just
hurry
eat
up and
this
cut me
sandwich
up?
real quick. Then I'm gonna be back to
But
you.
be back, get you right, man. I can't cut on empty stomach. Get real arrogant. You in good hands, man. I ain't never messed you up. He know all the middle school gossip. Now what's going on, man? Now did you do what I tell you? Yes, Principal George. I took her out to dinner. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, be still so I can line you up.
Yeah, like yeah. I wore the suit and tie like you said. And now you a man. Giving out grown man advice to a seventh grader. Did you wear the suit and tie? Did you clean your shoes?
He's like, well, do you love her? Yes or no? This feels too grown for this 13-year-old.
Oh man. Look, he got he's selling you know, middle school kids be musty. He's selling axe in his barbershop. When you get your go and hit that, yeah, go and get yourself right, man. Get yourself right. He selling all type of little side hustles. This principal.
I got that new Tom and Jerry on bootleg.
Got what you need, I got what you need. Pokemon cards, like when you try to cater to a middle school, I got Pokemon cards. I got shoot, man. What else
Got
you
that
need,
Roblox, whatever the kids are playing.
Whatever the kids are playing nowadays. I got some yogurt in the back, some Go-Gurts.
Go-Gurts.
They still eat Go-Gurts?
I got some of that good meat, you know, when shopping.
I got some of that. Say good meat in the back, man. I ain't playing.
You like Jasmine rights? Oh, you're not old enough to like rights for the first name, huh? You keep growing, keep living, young blood.
Oh,
keep living.
You on your way, man. You on your way, man. You on your way. He writing he writing like phone passes. Look, I'm gonna write you a phone pass. You can be on your phone in class. Do you TikTok dances? I'll give you the space and opportunity to do your TikTok dance. Just shout me out.
Let them know where you get that fresh fade from.
Oh, your TikTok. Yeah. I know you TikTok famous.
I know you got a lot more followers than I do.
Help me out. Shout me out.
But no, man, I thought the story was beautiful because you know, we've all been in that situation where you had a terrible cut and your principal, you know, how many traumatic moments could you have saved if a principal knew how to fade? I feel like that should be a requirement. I feel like all principals should, especially in inner city,
Yeah,
should get their barber's license on the side.
I think so.
You know, because you know, kids could be mean, man. And I mean, me and you still remember stories we talked about on this show. Me and you remember stories about our worst haircuts. So the fact that this kid like was able to be saved from that experience is an awesome story. So, but
love it, man. And it just goes to show, like, because I just remember like my principals back in the day. I didn't even get a chance to really interact with them like that.
Yeah.
So if you can get a chance to kind of like interact with the students and be a principal and stuff like that and really hear them out, because you're keeping it real when you're in a barber chair. So you know, you get a chance to kind of figure out what's going on, what's going on in the school and how are you doing and stuff like that. So I think that can really shift a culture in a school, man. You know what I'm saying? Boost grades and everything, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. We need
Boost the
more. Big
morale.
big shout out to whoever the principal is that did that, man. I know you saved that
Yeah.
young man's um just confidence
Yeah.
and
Come
his
on.
self-esteem and just his belief within himself. Because I mean, grown men still get insecure about haircuts. If you get a bad cut today, you can be
Mm.
like, I'm not coming to work. I won't be there. I'll
Look, I missed my haircut appointment this week, and I almost didn't do the show. We almost took another week off. I like that. I can't be on camera like this. HD, work with me. Can I wear one of these do rags? Let me know. Can I get one though?
Look, the only reason I wanted to shoot this week is because I got my haircut. I was on the same stuff last week. I was like, yeah,
That's
you
what-
got the week off. Let me know.
and that just goes to show, like, he saved that young man's confidence, man. If we feel like this, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. It's an awesome story.
Yeah. But you have another story for the audience, and I'll let you set it up.
Yeah. So
Let's connect it.
let's just continue to build on this hair topic. So there's hair in the food. There's principals cutting hair, and now we have another hair story for y'all. So I have a friend, close friend of mine. She recently got her hair braided, and a a member of the opposite race, Caucasian lady. You know what I'm saying? We love everybody here, but this lady, you know, complimented her on her braids. Oh, you have gorgeous braids, right? Now that should have been enough. You know, my friend was like, "Thank you so much. You're so kind." But the lady took it a step further and tried to share a little knowledge with with my friend and his Black History Month. She was like, "Oh, love your braids, but did you know? Did you know that braids was used as maps to get to the north for freedom? The blacks used braids to get to the north for freedom. That's how they that's why they have all these designs in their head. So this lady who is Caucasian used the word blacks and gave out this bold statement. You know what I'm saying? This statement's so bold. I'm like, how come I ain't read about this? You know? So I'm like, what do you do when a member of the opposite race wants to share some information in Black history with you, and maybe they know a little bit more than you? And if they do, how do you fact check it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my question.
I think it's a predicament that a lot of us have found ourselves in. I mean, well, that's funny, bro. That story is so layered that I'm trying to go step
Like
by step.
braids.
Like braids, right? Like braids to freedom. But, but I think there are people who, you know a lot about African American history, slave history. They may not, everybody may not be black. So I get that part. I think to use the term the blacks though,
Yeah.
that's uncomfortable. I think outside of Chappelle, anytime I hear the blacks, it's just like, what are you? It makes makes my face crunch up and my ears perk up. You be like, what? Like as soon as she says the blacks, you don't hear the rest of the sentence.
Oh no. Oh no.
But I just think it sounds like that could be true, right? But I don't know. We probably got to do research after the show. But what I've heard with braids is that braids were used back in the day. So people used to have to walk in Africa to get water and these different and to grow their own food. So what they would do with the cornrows, they would braid their hair in a certain way to where they would keep seeds interlocked within the braids. So when they finally got to the destination, they would undo their hair and take those braids, take those seeds and plant the food for it to grow, and that's kind of how they would survive. So I heard that story. Mm-hmm. Braids for freedom. I'm not saying it can.
That's a stretch, bro.
I'm not,
That's a stretch.
I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but my comedic brain is going crazy right now. Because like you pointed out, all braids go south. First and foremost.
They don't go north with no braids. I ain't seen nobody do some braids this way. They always go south.
The braids go south.
What do you do? What do you do if you're using somebody's head as a map? According to this lady, do you kind of like pivot them? Do you pivot the pivot the person? Yo, stand this way because this is north. Follow the drinking gourd. This is north. Now the braids is going, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many factors, bro. Then it's like, you gotta make, if you're gonna use somebody's head as a map, you gotta do it quickly because braids fizz up after a week and a half. Your braid, it's almost time to get them redone. What if you follow this map and you're like, dang it, my braids is coming loose. I've been running through swamps and water, and I think one of my braids is coming loose. Dang it, we done lost the map.
I lost my freedom because of your new growth.
Because of your new growth. Come on, man. Then it's like,
that's crazy.
There's no lights. Like, it's so many factors. Like, I ain't got time to look at somebody's head. There's dogs behind me. There's hound dogs behind me. I got time to bend your head over. And then it's like, was it only did the people who have their braids for maps, was it only short people? Because if somebody's 6'4", like, you gotta bend over, like, it's taking up too much time. There's so many factors to this, bro.
There's a lot of factors. And then, like, if you get lost, okay, now what do you do if somebody got a patch in their head? Like, is that a body of water? Is this genetic? Like, what do you? It just seems. Go ahead.
What do you do if the person don't have a lot of hang time and the braids stop right here? What if they ain't got no hang time?
You stuck in Missouri.
Stuck in Missouri because they ain't got no hang time. You know what I'm saying? There's so many factors.
This is so terrible, but funny.
You know what I'm saying? like does the braids, the longer the braids, the longer the distance, the route. Short hair people, yeah, this is how you get up the street. Follow his braids. This is how you get up the street. They stop right here.
Oh my gosh.
There are so many factors. I wish we can get this lady on the show so she can elaborate, because I don't know what fantasy she's in. I don't know. She's like, black people use braids for maps and they talk to trees. All right now.
This is how we got on that pseudoscience. This is how we got on.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I don't know, man.
It's so funny. Like I said, there's a possibility, because I mean, braids are very creative, right? But like you said, there's so many variables that because here's the thing: the person braiding the hair, they gotta have a good memory.
They have a great memory,
and if they got the freedom, I mean, we know about Harriet Tubman. She, made all them trips back and forth. But if you got there, like, how you get your way back? Like, whose braids did you use? Who's the first person with the route? How did you figure it out?
Oh my goodness. Who got the first? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. That's funny. That is funny.
That's just so many holes.
So many holes.
There's a lot of
and like now
it's funny.
I'm just gonna keep going. So like if you move into present day, why do Caucasians have braids? Where they going? That's the only reason why we have braids for routes.
To communicate with one another. That's
Why do we still use this to this day?
That's
You know what I'm
interesting.
saying? Hey, can you imagine the Philadelphia 76ers back in 2003? Hey, listen, we're going against Kobe and Shaq. Allen Iverson, lay down so we can look at your head. This is the play we run it, all right? Now you're going to start off here and zigzag there.
Follow the part.
Shoot, you at the top of the key. What? What is this? I'm so confused. And what about the people who couldn't grow hair like that?
LeBron, what do we do?
I don't know, man. My hairline is receding. I don't know.
Sorry, guys. I guess we got to just stay enslaved.
What if nobody had good hair at that plantation to grow hair like that? It's so many factors.
Terrible,
so,
funny.
So
oh boy, we might regret this one day, but it's
know,
fun.
Man. It's just
it's funny though. It's funny today.
It's funny today, man. Just the audacity a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she probably said that and felt good. Man, yeah.
Well, because she probably shared it with a lot of people with braids. I feel like the braid is the trigger to that fun fact. You know what I mean?
Somebody has to stop this woman.
That's Ma'am, please stop telling people that. Please stop telling the blacks. Please, on behalf of the blacks, please stop telling us that foolishness.
Please. That is. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
that
gosh,
was
that's funny, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was fun.
So if in the audience, man, if y'all have the science behind braids, let us know, man.
Yeah, DM us. Let us send us articles. We being silly, you know what I mean? Like this could very well have been a thing, but just the presentation of it coming into our world and the 2Ds experiencing it is what you get. This is what you get when we get new information that, make us go, hmm? So but that was fun, man. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
that was
fun. Well, yo, man. I just want to say this has been a super, super fun welcome back episode, man. It's so good to be back. And listen to the audience out there. We back, man. We're gonna continue to build and grow. We have plans on extending the podcast to different platforms, man. So just stay in tune with what we got going on, man. This year, we got some big things. We want to make sure everybody can get a piece of this content. So if you're not on Instagram, we trying to reach to you through other platforms, man. So just be on the lookout, man. And Mr. Hilarious Dares, why don't you close us out, man? Let us
close us out. No, I'll say my little two pieces, but I like when you do the outros.
All right.
Like I said, I appreciate having being back. And I think that for the audience, that last bit or segment you saw me and Deontay do kind of in person, that's like our entire friendship. It's just a bunch of stuff. And the stuff that is podcast worthy, we'll bring it to the podcast.
Yeah.
We say a bunch of crazy stuff that we just would not want to be recorded saying. So you got a little glimpse of it, but we definitely thank y'all for rocking with us. We thank y'all for missing us. Nobody hit us up though. Just a little heads up. Nobody said, "Hey, you guys alive?" Or you guys were just on to the next podcast. But I won't hold that against you. But I definitely appreciate all you guys for supporting us and sticking with us. And I'll let you close up the show, Mr. Allison.
All right, y'all. It's your boy. It's your man's. It's your ace, Mr. D. Cooliante, baby. We did it again, man. Another platinum selling episode, man. Me and my player partner, HD Bling, man. Listen, hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you finished all your popcorn. Hope there was no hair in your popcorn, too. You was eating your popcorn, man. Hey, thank you for having us. We back, baby. We see y'all next time. Hasta luego.